winner, boxing, out of the blue corner, Zach Carter.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Zachary Carter TV. Today we are doing our first podcast on the channel. My name is Zachary Carter, a 147-pound open elite boxer. And today, let me introduce the host, my coach and dad, Coach Khalid Carter. Say what's up, Coach.
Welcome to Zachary Carter TV. I appreciate you guys joining us today. I'm the Coach Carter, so let's get to it. What is our first topic, Zach?
Let's first talk about the Showtime All Access episodes on Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo, two monsters who set to fight on September 30th for the undisputed super middleweight championship. How you like the first episode, Coach?
I really like it, but I really enjoyed the episodes. And the biggest thing for me is how it showed off the personalities of each fighter, especially Canelo. One thing about Canelo is because of the language barrier. We never, at least, as far as us English speakers, we never really got a sense of his personality. In fact, oftentimes he's come off as pretty stoic, but that's understandable because he couldn't really express himself. The first episode began with him practicing English, and it was pretty funny. I mean, that was a good episode. It was pretty funny. As his English is getting better, you can see that he's pretty funny. He's a happy-go-lucky guy. He's not that stoic fighter that it's been portrayed or has come across. He couldn't really express himself like he wanted to. And on the other side, especially Charlo, because usually those guys are portrayed as lions only, the alpha, straight alphas. I'm going to come and bite your head off. In this episode, you don't have to sell the fight that way. You don't have to sell the fight as I hate this guy and I'm going to come and kick his ass. It's a big fight, so it doesn't have to be sold that way. So I believe they're more genuine, just showing off their personality. He's a funny guy too. He's got a really good sense of humor. I like his personality. This was a good episode because it really gave us a real kind of look at his real personality and not at that lions only alpha dog personality. I'm gonna come knock you out. So I really enjoy these two episodes. How about you? Did you get a chance to see watch any of the episodes?
Yeah, it's really good. Like one thing I noticed in big fights, there's been like less mudslinging going on. Like if you see the Spence and Crawford build up, there's a lot less mudslinging going on.
Yeah, I totally agree because the fight sell itself. I believe that's what's going on. And these really big fights, you got the Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia fight. A lot of these fights, Spence Crawford. Look at Spence Crawford. There was no mudslinging in that build up. It was a lot of respect back and forth between the two competitors. And that was real refreshing. We didn't need the animosity or the hatred to build the fight because the fight was already, we've been anticipating that fight for how many years now. So we didn't need that hatred to build the fight. The fight was going to sell no matter what. And what I found is, the two fighters, they didn't have to waste that energy going in that direction as far as trying to build up the fight with animosity and name calling and all in your face. And now, don't get me wrong, they're both competitors, and they both let you know that they was coming out and planning on winning. And it's the same here with Canelo versus Charlo. In fact, in one of the episodes, Canelo even stated that he was surprised that Charlo came out the way he came out, that Charlo didn't come out his normal, I'm going to kick your butt self. Because Charlo understands, this fight is selling. I don't have to do all that. I don't have to expend that negative emotions or that negative energy to sell this fight. So it was refreshing. Both fighters are respectful of each other. They're respectful of each other's accomplishments and skill. Two undisputed fighters in their respective weight classes. As a big first time, two undisputed fighters are clashing. So I can't wait.
Yeah. For with Canelo, it really just seemed like another day in the office, though. Don't get me wrong. He acknowledged that it's a big fight, It just seemed like he's just been there before. Like it's a real big fight. Undisputed champion is on the line.
Yeah, I agree. Canelo, he's had plenty of big fights. So with Charlo, this fight is is the biggest of his career. Now, I wouldn't say it's the most significant of his career. The most significant of his career is him becoming undisputed at 54. I mean, that's history. That's historic. But this is by far as far as the biggest fight of his career, the most high profile fight of his career. So there's that. Showtime is promoting the heck out of this fight. You see Charlo on that private jet. I wanted it Mayweather loan him, one of his private jets, for the episode. So, but it's a huge fight. It's a huge fight. Do you have any predictions as far as the fight is concerned?
Man, they
let me
always
stop you there. Let me stop you there. We're not going to do predictions today. We not today. We're going to say that too.
today.
Maybe a couple of days before the fight. Let's say that. Let's say the predictions.
Yeah, we're
until
gonna
a couple
say
of days.
predictions.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, I really.
episode two,
Mhm.
yeah, episode two, it was more like showed that both men are like devoted family men.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That was cool. It's coming from me as a father, as your father. It was really. I mean, both men were really good examples of how young fighters should really come up. I mean, both men is really good examples of living that family man lifestyle and the success that comes with it. Because, like I often tell you, there's three things that it would bring you down: drugs and alcohol, a toxic relationship, and gambling. It seems like the two fighters, they totally avoid those three downfalls of any great man. They're both extremely devoted to their family, and that's a secret to become a high level. Because, as you know, as I tell you when I'm making you run and run and run until you can't run no more, that don't be afraid of being tired or being exhausted. How you able to really overcome that super hard training is you don't do it for yourself. You need to do it for, like your family. I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this to make, to provide for my family, to give them a better life. That's self-sacrifice. And when it comes to self-sacrifice, you're able to give a little bit more. You're able to push it harder. So by the two fighters being strong family men with family values, you can see that they're fighting for their family, and they fighting for their children to give their families a better life. So, and you can see the fruits of their labor. So to all the young fighters out there, uh, these two fighters are two men to emulate yourself. They're two men to really look up to, and they're great examples of how you should act and how you should be. So, hats off to them. Hats off to Showtime for showcasing that
Right,
aspects. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, two fighters that that has great mentality that gives me an example to just push it. Boxing is hard, so it's always just pushing it. No matter how hard it get. It's
yeah.
nice. Yeah,
Boxing is hard. Is hard. But the great thing about boxing is, if it was easy, then everybody would do it. You understand? so
yeah,
so you want it to be hard because you're going to do what it takes to become a great fighter. So, you know, if it was easy, then everybody would do it.
right, right.
Yeah.
So once again, these two monsters is set to fight on September 30th for the undisputed super middleweight championship. I can't wait. I'm hyped up.